Hey everybody, I'm Scotty J. You are watching Rock Titan Music Television. I've got an amazing guest with us right now. He's one of the most fabulous people that I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. He's one of the most iconic drummers on the face of the earth for one of the greatest bands in the history of music, as evidenced by their 2019 induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Everyone, I am here with the legendary Thunder God and 2019 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee, Mr. Rick Allen.
I'm humbled by your amazing introduction.
I do the best I can, Rick. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm a little tired. You know, we've been running around this part of the country, and we're actually just on our way to Atlantic City.
Right. So
yeah, we're doing good. We're holding in there.
Good. Yeah, I know it's cold out there, baby. It's cold outside.
Yeah, we got some snow.
Yes, the weather outside is frightful, but inside the limo on the way to Atlantic City is so delightful.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
So, here we are back. Last time you and I had a chance to talk about your artwork, which is why you're on your way to Wentworth Gallery at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino right now. It was Drums for Peace. And this time around, we have Legends and Dreams. Yes.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't know if you saw any of the Legends pieces that I did. I started out with my very good friend, Steve Clark.
Right.
Who was a huge inspiration on my music and on my life. And, sadly he's not with us, but it was a nice way to pay homage to him. And then I did a really cool John Lennon piece.
Right.
And then a Hendrix piece. And then my latest one is fantastic. It's a David Bowie piece.
Yeah, and that's what I want to talk about that I think is so cool. And it ties in so perfectly with everything going on right now, because David Bowie gets inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame back in 1996. And now, of course, your latest Legends piece, like you just said, is David Bowie as Ziggy Stardust. And now you're joining him in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
We're in good company.
Right?
Yes, we are. Yeah, so, all of these pieces, it's very personal to me, It's all musicians that really inspired me to basically do what I do now. So that's kind of why I'm here.
Right on. Now, did you ever have a chance to meet David Bowie in the course of all your travels and, just making music together at the same time? Did you ever meet?
I did.
Okay.
We were rehearsing in Dublin. It's got to be probably about 15. Actually, it was right around the time that Vivian was about to join.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and they were rehearsing at the same place. I think Tin Machine, and it was really special to meet him. Right.
Now, we lost David Bowie, sadly, just a few years ago. And, of course, your Legends series of your paintings focuses on the artist. It features the artists that we've lost. About how long ago was it that you decided that David Bowie was going to, grace your canvas?
I just started getting more and more into his music. I started listening to his music with different ears because, unfortunately, there's not going to be any more music coming from him unless, there are hidden recordings. And it just really inspired me to want to pay homage to somebody that, to me, is probably one of the most influential people in music ever.
Yeah, right on. So, as we talked about earlier, you are on your way right now to Wentworth Gallery at Atlantic City, New Jersey, the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. So, everybody, if you're in the area, make sure you get out. If not, now I know tomorrow, Saturday, January 19th, you're going to be at Short Hills, New Jersey, the mall there at Wentworth Gallery. And then on Sunday, you're going to be back at King of Prussia in Pennsylvania at the Wentworth Gallery there. Again, meeting the fans that come out and purchase your work. One of the things that I think is so cool, Rick, about what you're doing is how the proceeds from your artwork go to your nonprofit organization, Project Resiliency. How's that been doing?
It's great. And really, it's the least I can do. With my own life experience, and going through the trauma that I've gone through. Spending time around our wounded warriors is a great way for me to inspire them and them to inspire me. So, it's as I say, it's the least I can do, and it really helps me. So,
right on, right on. Now we talked about your Legend series, for the paintings that you've done. Now this latest time around, how many other new pieces of art have you had the chance to work on? Because, of course, you just had your huge 2018 North American tour with Def Leppard and Journey. How many pieces did you have the chance to work on, if at all, in that period of time, or at least since the tour ended?
I finished the Bowie piece, and then I've got a Janis Joplin that's underpainted, and I've also got a Tom Petty, and Tom Petty is somebody that's really close to my heart.
Awesome.
Tom Petty was the first concert that my wife ever went to, and she really got me into his music. And actually, just recently, I got to work with Steve Ferroni, which was a huge honor for me.
Wow.
And again, these are all musicians that influenced me as a kid, and it's the reason why I'm here. It's the reason why I do what I do.
Right on, right on. So again, everybody, we are here live from the limousine with the legendary Rick Allen of Def Leppard en route to his art exhibit with Wentworth Galleries. One thing I'm curious about, Rick, because there's another drummer that also does paintings from Wentworth Galleries, Mickey Hart from the Grateful Dead. And I thought it was very interesting when he talked about his artwork, how he was so heavily influenced by music. He kind of paints with music. He feels the music, and that's reflected in his paintings. When you're doing any of your artwork, has any of that been influenced by any particular music, and specifically any of the work you've done as Def Leppard?
I love listening to Def Leppard when I paint. But doing the Legends series, I tended to lean towards the music of the person that I was painting.
Right on.
And it gave me some insight into their lives, and learning more about their history. So it's whatever mood I'm in, but I do tend to like to listen to the artists that I'm painting.
Right on, right on. Now, I just wasn't sure if there was any music that influenced some of your pieces other than the Legend series, because again, you've got so many different pieces of art depicting so many different, elements of life, and your own creativity and your own imagination. So I just wasn't sure if anything else had worked its way in there.
Yeah, it's cool to paint to Def Leppard music, because a lot of my experience, a lot of my inspiration really comes from the amount of travel that I do around the world, with Def Leppard. So it seems fitting that I listen to Def Leppard music when I paint.
Right on, right on. Now, I know that you've designed some of your own jewelry as well. Are there any new pieces of jewelry that are a part of this exhibit?
No, not as yet.
Okay.
But there will be new pieces coming out in the not too distant future.
Okay, all right. Now I know you have your bonsai also. Your piece of luggage apparel that you like to carry with you. That is, of your own design. Have you ever thought about customizing any of that with your artwork? Is that ever anything that's entered your mind?
No, I haven't really thought about that. I just wanted to create something that was cruelty free, and that was kind of my main criteria. But I haven't really thought about combining the two yet.
All right. Well, now I've planted the seed. Yeah. So obviously you've got some great things going on over the next few days as you get to meet with your Def Leppard fans and collectors of your art. And again, everybody. Today, January 18th, and then the 19th and 20th this weekend coming up. If you are anywhere in the Northeast, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Atlantic City, make sure you get out and check out this amazing artwork by an even more amazing person in Rick Allen. Rick, I want to touch just really quick on being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for 2019. How did it feel when you got the news?
Just the fact that my peers are, are paying homage to Def Leppard, and I think the most important thing to us was really the fan vote, the fact that so many people got out there and voted. I think that to me means the most. That really warms my heart, because our fans are so dedicated, and they always lifted us up, and being in the Hall of Fame is just the icing on the cake.
Right on, yeah, and it's amazing. And I could not, for the life of me, understand how Def Leppard had not gone in sooner, but better late than never. The funny thing is, when I caught up with you guys on tour, when you were going through Philadelphia, I'm just thinking to myself and seeing how you're packing out like literally every single arena that you're playing in. I'm like, you know what? If this tour, with all the attention that it's getting, if this doesn't put Def Leppard in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, then that's just an utter disgrace. Do you think this tour may have had any influence on that?
I know, I agree. We put a lot of work into this, and we just feel really honored that people recognize that, and they know how hard working this band is.
Yeah, right on. And I think it's really cool that the class you're going in with too. You got Stevie Nicks, and you've got The Cure, The Zombies, Radiohead. That's a pretty cool class that you get to go in with. Yeah,
we're in good company.
Yeah. Now, had you had any personal relationships or, any kind of collaborations over the years with any of those artists that you are going in with?
No, we haven't, not as yet. But we're still relatively young.
This is true. Happen. This is true. Now, I know that Def Leppard resumes the worldwide tour. You guys are heading over to Europe this summer. I guess in June you're going to be heading over there to Scandinavia. I am insanely jealous, but I may have to catch up with you over there. So what are you doing in the meantime between now and when Def Leppard hits the tour trail again?
We're going into the hard rock.
No, I'm working on some of my wife's music,
okay.
Lauren Monroe,
all right.
And a ton of painting. So
great.
Trust me, I'm busy.
So are we working on like Janis Joplin right now as we speak?
Not right now, but
okay.
I will be when I get home.
Well, not right now in the limo, of course. But is that the next piece on the itinerary?
I'm not sure.
All right, but that and Tom Petty
I need to talk to Wentworth about that.
Okay, all right. Well, very exciting. Very exciting. Allison, thank you so much for setting this all up. You are an amazing person, I have to say. Yeah, you've been talking about the great company you keep there, Rick. You got it right there in the limo with you.
Yeah, she's great.
So we'll see you in King of Prussia?
Indeed. Yes, the plan is I will be at King of Prussia on Sunday, blizzard or not, because of course...
Perfect. Yeah, we're the rain or shine.
If I have to rent a snowcat, I will be there.
Excellent.
Right? So everybody, again, we are here with the legendary and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee, Rick Allen of Def Leppard. Make sure you go check out his artwork at Wentworth Galleries, Atlantic City, today, Friday the 18th, and then Saturday the 19th at Short Hills, New Jersey, and on Sunday, January 20th at King of Prussia. Rick, it's been an honor as always.
All right. Thank you very much, Scott.
Thank you, sir. Be safe on the road.
All right. Thank you.
We're out.
Peace.